Hello and welcome to Dingoes 8 Live Podcast. I'm Paul,
I'm Dave.
and this week we're discussing the episode "Blind Date." This episode originally aired May 16th, 2000, attracting approximately where'd I put it? 5.14 million viewers, so slightly up from last week, but pretty much around the average for the season. All right, Dave, any guesses for number
Hmm.
one movie in America at the time?
None at that time.
it's
Hmm.
This movie is in a bad spot because it's obviously we had Gladiator before it, and then we've got a bunch of huge movies this summer that come out after it, and it kind of gets shat on.
Too surprising, but nothing immediately is coming to mind.
So I would be a little surprised if you're familiar with it. It's a Disney animated movie called Dinosaur.
Oh my goodness. That brings up some memories.
Oh, you actually are familiar with this?
No, it was a case of I went to go see the movie. There was a whole thing that McDonald's did with its particular toys, and it's fairly vivid within my memories. Like, this is
Okay.
from the dinosaur movie, but it's like, yeah, I remember seeing the dinosaur movie. I could not tell you the plot.
I've never seen the movie. I just, yeah,
It's just kind of a simple case of it existed.
it sure.
Is there anything more important about it? No, it just existed. That's about it.
Alrighty, and number one song in America this week. Any guesses?
The song. Um, Nothing immediately popping up from the memory.
I'm just going to save you the time, Dave. It has
At
not
the very moment
changed.
around that time.
It is still Maria Maria by Santana featuring the
Yeah,
product GNB.
yeah, understandable.
Yeah, they're going to be there
Probably the
for.
easiest guess.
Yeah. Alrighty, now for video games. Oh, Dave, we've got some rippers this week.
Rippers within the good sense or like the they're terrible sense?
Okay, so May 16th, the same day as this episode, you could have been playing SimCity 3000 Unlimited.
That is a title.
You've never played SimCity? Oh my god. You're not a SimCity guy, huh?
Well, not that specific SimCity. I know of the series, but kind of a case of how supposedly extreme was it?
So basically, it was SimCity 3000 that they re-released with, I want to say, like the expansion packs included or something.
Ah, I see.
So yeah, it wasn't like a new game, but it was, if you wanted to wait a little while,
You know what they did with that sort of
yeah, exactly. Well, everybody did that. If you wanted to wait a couple of days, there were
time.
three big games that came out on the 22nd. So we're going to start off with a game you probably haven't heard of again. It's a game called Earth 2150, or also known as Earth 2150 Escape from the Blue Planet.
Hey,
I'm assuming you're not familiar with this.
yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
It's like a PC
there's vague
strategy game.
flashes of the thing, but it's like, yeah, I've got nothing.
Alrighty, and also on the 22nd, if you were so inclined and you actually owned one, you could get Metal Slug's second mission on the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Weakness. Metal Slug is always the funs.
Yeah, but it was on the Neo Geo Pocket Color, so nobody played it.
Yeah,
And let's be
yeah.
honest, on this day, there was only one game anybody was going to be buying, and it was a little N64 game. And also, I don't. Oh, wait, I want to check, because I know there was a Game Boy Color version, but I don't know if it came out at the same time. It might not have. Hmm. I'm not seeing it here right away. Anyway, a little game developed by Rare called Perfect Dark.
Again, I know of it and know of its supposed acclaim, but it's one of the ones that I've never played or know zero about.
I mean, I know you've played a little bit, but okay, so you're not terribly familiar with it.
Yeah, no.
I heavily recommend playing Perfect Dark. It is. See, here's the problem. I know that I have a lot of nostalgia for the game, so I don't know how well it holds up now.
Ah, you
But I
have those rose tinted glasses fused
oh,
into your
absolutely,
skull.
absolutely. Not even gonna try to lie. I want to say, yeah, there was a
Hmm.
2010 like reboot kind of fancier version that I think might be more playable now. But anyway,
Yeah,
enough.
understandable. I know of the series, and around in the Xbox time, there was a release of either that one you were mentioning or its sequel, but yeah.
They did Perfect Dark Zero on the oh, I want to say on the 360 because it's 2005. And then they also did
Yeah, yeah, around
a remake of the original Perfect Dark in 2010,
then.
according to Wikipedia. So, mm. Anyway, let us get on with the episode. Okay, so okay, we start off with Angel fighting and killing several vampires, then finds a man who has been killed by a blind woman. The woman fights Angel with her incredible strength and her ability to anticipate his every move. Wesley and Cordelia find that this woman, Vanessa Brewer, has a long criminal history and is represented by Wolfram and Hart. I'm sure she's very trustworthy. In her latest case, the jury.
Because of course she's being represented.
Well, of course, yes,
Because of course she's being represented by Wolfram and Hart.
exactly. In her latest case, the jury finds her not guilty of murder. Lindsay talks to Holland, an associate with the firm, who warns Lindsay about his past mistakes and not making the same ones in the future. The lawyers make plans to protect Vanessa for her upcoming crimes. Angel is furious that he can't do anything to put Vanessa away. He feels defeated by Wolfram and Hart and their games. Lindsay MacDonald comes to Angel to help him save a group of children that Vanessa is going to kill. Lindsay's own poor childhood motivates him to go to his worst enemy for help. They need to get into Wolfram and Hart to steal some files. Angel recruits Gunn with Lindsay's help. They work on getting into the underground vault. With a demon guarding the vault and another demon that senses vampires on their presence, they will have their work cut out for them. Gunn causes a disturbance and brings a vampire into the lobby while Angel sneaks into the vault with the help of a security card from Lindsay. And powder from Lindsay from Wesley that kills the demon guarding the vault. God damn, there are too many names that are similar. Angel steals the discs and
Yeah.
also grabs a scroll. However, grabbing the scroll sets off an alarm and the building is locked down. Mind readers are brought in to find out who is involved. Lee is killed, where the mind reader senses that he has been in talks with another firm. Angel tells Wesley that he doesn't know why he took the scroll just as Cordelia discovers that all the discs are encrypted. Holland talks to Lindsay about his betrayal and lets him have some time off to think about things. Cordelia talks with Willow on the phone, and she is able to help with decrypting the computer files. They discover that Vanessa purposely took away her sight at age 21 and studied with these monks, I forget where, to enhance her senses and strength. She's going after three blind children who will pose a threat to Wolfram and Hart in the future when they're older. Lindsay shows up at Angel's office, continuing to help them. Vanessa finds the children, kills the caretaker, but Lindsay and Angel show up in time to help the children. Angel discovers that if he is completely still and quiet, she can't tell where he is, and he is able to kill her. Wesley discovers the scroll is, and I'm going to fuck this up, the prophecies of Aberjane? I'm not sure. He translates some of the text on the scroll and discovers that the text deals with Angel and his place in the world. Lindsay returns to Wolfram and Hart and discusses his future at the firm with Holland, who offers him a tremendously better job that Lindsay decides to take. Alrighty. So, what did you think of this episode, Dave?
Oh man, this is an episode
Yes.
taking a bit more of a change with Leslie and his sort of play with things. Case of, oh man, he might have a change of heart. Oh no, he's just gonna try to get better for himself,
Yeah,
as he
absolutely.
thought. Darn. Uh,
Yeah.
Then also the case with the Vanessa, I believe it was. Yes, with Vanessa. It's definitely interesting sort of character with, again, her being blind, her capabilities, and the fighting style. And I believe within the episode they focused on her sight was based more on emotion, where she could see or feel the presence of people around them by how they were feeling, which in a fighting setting makes perfect sense for all that sort of stuff. And when Angel stops, sort of being in complete neutral state, just her not being able to see him. Was that always her typical sort of case, or is it just kind of him focusing on keeping his emotions in check? Which, in Angel's case, makes a whole lot of sense.
I always took it as it was based on like movement, right? That it, like you can't see if you're not moving, so if you stand still, she's kind of fucked. But I don't know. I didn't pay that close attention to every word that was spoken, so I might have missed something.
It was one of the things I remember hearing when Wesley was talking about her that it's like, oh, she sees through emotion.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I didn't remember hearing that. Okay, well that's fine.
Hmm.
Anything else about the episode?
Again, just supposed politics with the things with Wolfram and Hart. It's just kind of, hmm, hmm. Case of they're sowing some fairly bad juju aside from all the other demons and whatnot that they've been dealing with.
Yes. I have a fun little production note here. The lady who plays Vanessa, Jennifer Badger, was previously Charisma Carpenter and Eliza Dushku's stunt double for both Buffy and Angel, which
Oh,
makes sense
neat.
if you see the role because she doesn't really talk. She doesn't talk, but she does a lot of physical shit.
Hmm.
Okay, so let's move on to some international titles. Now, unfortunately, this week we only have two.
Oh,
So in French, it translates to blind strength, which isn't bad,
isn't bad.
but I think German's going to win this week. In German, it translates to the eyes of Vanessa Brewer.
Okay.
I,
Gives sort of a bit of an introduction to a person being like, oh, there's new characters supposedly, and then here's what she does, and oh boy.
yeah, I actually quite like that title.
Hmm.
Anyway, did you have anything else about this episode, Dave?
No, I think at the most, I think the one other particular scene that sort of came up was Angel's dismay with how things were sort of working with Wolfram and Hart playing a different game in comparison to what he's been doing. And with the vague knowledge I understand with it, that he'll kind of learn to play that game in the future, that his frustrations and whatnot from how he does things now to how he's going to change and evolve with things going along. It'll be interesting to see that I'm looking forward to. That, and I can also understand in your case with how much you like the one particular character name is escaping me. Um,
Do you mean Gun?
Darn it, I can't remember if it was Bullet or
Do you mean Gun? Because Gun's great.
yes, with Gunn. Thank you. But with him helping out with the case and his entire speech in the lobby of Wolfram and Hart,
Oh yeah, he has a great scene where he's like, "Did you just step on my foot?" It's very funny.
just hamming it up completely, just showing the stereotype of it, just to be enough of the distraction that was needed.
Yeah, yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, so next week we'll be discussing the season one finale to Shanshu in L.A. All right, I'm gonna try to explain the premise of this episode without spoiling things.
I wish you the best of luck.
Okay. Wesley's going to try to decipher the scroll that Angel was able to obtain in this episode. Basically, Wolfram and Hart needs this scroll back in order to perform some kind of a ceremony. They're planned to raise something or someone. They do raise a demon at the beginning of the episode. Who, well, let's just say there's going to be a couple of things raised. Some folks are going to get some injuries. And we're going to find out about Angel's future, let's say. So until next time, I'm Paul.
And I'm Dave.